Yeah, that's what I say. As long as it works. And here it is, second half of Classic Radio Roundup with a true classic solid-state radio.
What's that, the Bearcat?
Nope, try again.
That Regency Bearcat look-alike.
Nope, try again.
Oh, heck, I don't know. What do you got, the Regency 123?
Alright, I'll ease your pain. It's the one I fooled people with that they think it's a Tram Titan 4 in the past.
I was going to say the JC Penney Pinto, but didn't you have a +2 on that at one time?
No, I don't, well, maybe I might have tried it, but I got the Turner Super Sidekick, JC Penney Pinto single sideband bass, mobile, kind of jobby. They sound good. They really work good.
Yeah, they do. I like that radio.
Well, I'm talking on a genuine Toshiba chassis Ram D40 mobile.
The D40, huh? Wow. That's a Diamond 40, that's the 23 channel.
Gatekeeper used to run those, a Diamond D40 and a Diamond D60, and I haven't heard him in a long time.
Yeah, the Diamond 40 was a nice radio for AM, and the Diamond 60 was probably one of the best sideband mobiles out there. That and the Cobra 132, which is also made by Toshiba.
Now 132 has the clarifier is in the middle of the channel selector. Am I correct in that?
Toshiba, not to be confused with Toshabi.
Yeah, the Cobra 132, well, it depends. The older version, the clarifier was on the front panel like it normally would be found, but the newer one had it right in the middle of the channel selector.
Now, I saw one of those in an auction the other day. Good looking rig. And I was looking at it and I said, where in the world is the clarifier on that thing? And then I took a guess and you just confirmed it for me. It's right in the middle of the channel selector. Yeah, this is just an AM. It's a real good radio. It's got lots of audio. I've got a D60 that works just as good as this one, but it don't look as pretty.
Yeah, a good friend of mine had a Diamond 40 in his mobile for a while back in the 70s, and it was a good talking radio.
I'll tell you what I like about it. This and the D60 both is the tactile type controls. The knobs are rubber coated, and they're they've got a real nice feel to them. Real sustenance.
Well, that's those Toshiba made radios. They were real premium. They were good. That was good stuff. The Diamond 60 had like 3 or 4 different IF stages in it. It was a nice selective radio. And it was just the only thing I didn't like about the Diamond 60 is it had the plated through circuit board in it. And every now and then you'd get one and they develop intermittence, and they're a real bugger to get rid of. That and the mode relay would go bad in them.
Hi, Roger. I've never had any trouble with the one I got. I've had it some years. But it don't get used. It don't get used in the mobile. This one does get used in the mobile once in a while, but I kind of keep them in the house. They're both pretty nice looking, and I like to keep them looking that way. This one here works really good. It's almost what you would call a mint condition radio. It's got absolutely no scratches anywhere.
Yeah, that's the way to get them. You're going to get a classic collection. They got to look good.
Well, there is another type that's worth holding on to, and that's the hand-me-downs from family. This was the father-in-law's radio, and it shows a bit of wear and tear, but it has recorded history.
Yeah, says the guy who's recording the video gate. Yeah, you know, that's a truism too, because I have a couple here that are hand-me-downs from myself. Or hand-me-downs. This one right here was a hand-me-down from my friend Blue Bandit, who got it from Uncle Chucky. So it's been around a couple of my friends in the neighborhood, but now it's here.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be pristine. if it's got a long known history.
Yeah, my Midland 1385, that was my first sideband base. Got struck by lightning, was in a flood. It's been through the war, and it's still going.
Yeah, I like my 885 too. It's a good talking old radio. You know what really gets me is this radio and the Diamond 60 both. You put them in the mobile, neither one of these radios picks up any alternator or ignition noise whatsoever.
They have very good noise blankers in them.
So what's the meaning is an upper or lower southband?
Oh, I think that's the off frequency 148. Their upper and lower sideband are modes. You have AM, and then the sideband modes are using only part of the no AM carrier, using upper or lower sideband portion of AM carrier. You'll find sidebanders on lower sideband on channel 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. That's where the sidebanders are. Look on lower sideband on those upper 5 channels.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
As far off frequency as he is, though, if he's off that much on sideband, nobody will hear him.
Yeah, right. You better get that radio straightened out first. Yeah, you'll be so far off. You might not get anybody to come back to you. You'll be able to tune into people to hear them, but you'll be so far off they won't really hear you.
Well, I'm going to take it down to see what really have him did it.
There you go.
I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe I'll be able to hear you again.
Yeah, you're just barely making it into the passband on my radio here, and I can't tune any farther.
I'll have to switch radios or something so you can't even line off and turn my clarifier.
Hey, there we go. My A&L on the JC Penney here takes out my dog fence tick.
Yeah, well, the A&Ls will do that. They shave off the pulses. They smooth them out so they're not so objectionable.
Yeah, some radios do it well without messing up everyone else's audio, and other ones, not so well.
Some of them cut out the receive more than they do the noise. Yeah, the real junky ones do that. A couple of my trams are, well, they got adjustable noise limiters, which is kind of nice. You put a little bit in there and it's not so bad, but boy, you turn it up and it just makes everything sound fuzzy. Skip's starting to roll in. Hey, tonight too, that's where I got hooked up.
Yeah, there's a little bit of skip in there. That's alright. It ain't hurting any of us locally. Everybody's carrying on with Classic Radio Roundup.
27.115 with your AM dial. This is channel 13.
Yeah, where's Nitro 100 with, we need some commercials. Night Train, Nitro, we're missing a couple.
Yeah. Where is that night train? Is he getting debriefed or something? Where the heck is that guy?
Oh no, here we go, taking our briefs off and playing with our hand dicks again.
I don't know, I ain't hear night train in a while. Skeeter hasn't been in here either. Skeeter's a big, heavy, hard-working man now. Maybe he comes home and he's dead tired. Yeah, last I talked to him, that's where it was. He's working so hard, he has no time for radio. Sort of like me. Oh, man. He had to work.
Some of us have to take care of that dirty 4-letter word. It keeps ourselves in the lifestyle we become accustomed, and we can keep filling the shelves with classic radios.
That's how you keep paying them their taxes.
Well, we're trying to stay away from that portion.
fishing lessons and physical training, and oh yeah, all costs money.
Transformer rewinds are kind of expensive.
And home air conditioning, central air systems, and hot water heaters, and campgrounds. Yeah, oh yeah, the money comes and the money goes.
Yeah, I did my hot water heater thing only a couple of years ago, so I've been there. But then you got the things that really you didn't need to do at all, like when my window glass blew out in my car. I'm like, oh yeah, I really needed to spend that money.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's always as unexpected. I've been expecting a water heater, you know, 'cause it's starting to leak. It's been leaking for quite a while, actually. It's leaking, and the bottom of it is rusting out. It's starting to sag. Because it was sitting on blocks, and it's all collapsing. But so the air conditioner guy's going to replace it. He gave me a good price on that. So I said, you know what, do them both. Then I'll go worry about them. Go tankless.
No, do not go tankless. They are less efficient. They are less efficient than you think they are. Plus you have to install huge breakers and huge wire because the things are huge current drawers when they are on.
Yeah, besides I got gas.
I got a hybrid. I got me a little heat pump on top of my water heater. It's a hybrid water heater, hybrid electric. Never used the electric elements. Probably that fan you hear right now is what's going on. You hear it at all. The little heat pump on top of the water heater. It's very efficient.
That's right. And next time, Pete, I see you, I'll slide you some of these LED strips. They were takeouts from letters that I took down.
Oh yeah? You know, I've been looking like for project-wise. You know, I don't know if you ever seen any of Gene's Aqua LEDs, but I'd kind of like to make some of my own since I have the tools to do so. I just need to get some strips of LEDs, and that might just suit my purpose.
I'm sure they're not as bright as those ones Gene gets.
Yeah, I just want to light up the engine on my bike.
These are a warm white type of color, and they run on 12 volts. That's what's nice for putting them in. I just redid the meters in the 2290, man. Both meters, all I did was slide this ribbon of LEDs in along the back side of the meters. And that was it. Good.
Yeah.
Warm white, huh? It's not a stark bright white light.
Sounds like a nice solution for something like the Bearcat 23 lights.
Well, the white that looks like blue, the cheap ones now, they don't go for that. Yeah, because that's one thing I don't like about LEDs. The white is so stark white. I like a warmer, you know, light like a bulb would get. It's almost like a tannish kind of white, you know.
I think something like that though might be a good solution for me on a Bearcat 23 lights, because it uses 2 of the weak bulbs on each side of, you know, 3 lights at 6 bulbs.
That's just like 3 meters. These LEDs are like almost like label maker tape. If you can picture it, it's about that size. It's sticky on one side. It's got a little lead, 2 little leads coming out the one end to fire it.
Sounds like a feasible, useful item. Sure.
Don't say nothing. He'll be selling them for CBs now.
Well, I wanted to fool around and make some custom parts. There's the shifter linkage. I don't know if you're familiar with the big twin Harleys. The shifter linkage, there's a big rod in there, and like people buy custom parts to put in there, you know, fancy whatever, for the linkage instead of just the rod. Well, I was looking at it, and I could make something and mount some LED lights in there, and it would light up my motor.
There you go. Breaker. There he is.
The train is pulled into the station.
Yeah, I got better late than never. Evening, gentlemen. Evening, sandbagger.
There it is.
Hey, the night train.
back here and listen to these guys talking about LEDs. Tim Roger, well, I'm signing on. I'm here. I'm on the side. Evening to the entire frequency. I don't know who all is in there. So I'm going to step back and listen a little bit. We late and we're tired. 10-4.
We thought maybe you were getting debriefed.
No, I already was debriefed. We went to dinner because she was out today too. We were both tired. We were taking care of business, so we took it down to the diner rather than try to scrap up something around here, man. And we sat and relaxed a little bit. Okay, so I figured, well, now it's Classic Radio Roundup tonight. I think I'll take a few minutes and I'll go in.
Well, that's right. Yeah, it wouldn't be the same without you.
Well, we appreciate that. We were a little late, so I didn't get a chance to hook up no other radio. 10-4, I just switched over to the Browning.
Browning is a classic. It's a classic's classic, so.
You know, I never thought the day would come that I would own a couple of Brownings. Imagine that.
Hey man, better late than never, like you just said before. That's the same thing with me. I mean, you know, I got all these base station radios here. Every single one of them was at least $350 to $400 back in the day when I couldn't barely scrape two nickels together. So, you know, it took me 30-some years, but what the heck?
So that's the way I'm feeling about it. Figure, well, there's a few things that I'm doing now that I couldn't do when I was younger. I figure, well, now we'll take advantage of this, you know? Who would have thought that the day would come? I'm like, and I don't hardly buy any mobile units, man. I buy base stations too.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Mobile radios don't really trip my trigger all that much. There's a couple that do because of sentimental reasons, but most of the radios I really want are all bases.
Yeah, I like bases, and I like bases that have real good ears on them. And after having heard the trams and the Brownings, listening to them fine details somewhere way out in the distance, I'm hooked.
And now you have one.
Hey, Doc Hammer, man. I've been seeing some stuff you might have been interested in. I wonder whether you were on to that. Well, now what kind of stuff you've been seeing that I've been interested in? Well, I had some of that R27 and something 23s and Mark IIs and stuff like that on the base. Some of that stuff was looking pretty good. Where, on the bay or up there locally? On the bay, by the beautiful bay. Yeah, there's been some nice Mark IIs up there. In fact, I got a bid in on one. And I got a bid where I got a watch going on an R27 S23 set too. But we just have to wait and see what happens. I ain't jumping the gun. I ain't seen any decent buy it now. I ain't seen anything locally either. I've been trying to find another 40-channel base with sideband. Can't seem to find one of those that the price ain't got stupid on yet. Yeah, Tim Roger on that. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of competition on the bay. But yeah, I thought about you, man, because I seen those. This kind of Doc Hammer kind of stuff. I wonder is he on that? Well, I got a bid in on a nice Mark II set, and we'll see what happens. It's only up in the 50s right now, $50. And it's still got 4 days to go. And I'll pursue it up to a certain point, and if it'll probably start getting stupid, as most of them do. But, you know, sometimes you luck out. Well, with the weather warming up, it could be possible that you might luck out, you know, because the people are starting to set their affections outdoors. 10-4? 10 more on that. Yeah, I know I've been doing the same thing myself. We had snow here yesterday, and my poor bike got covered up with snow. So I went out this morning and looked at it. It had all melted off, so I proceeded to go to the car wash and go for a long bike ride on that wing.
So, is the weather okay now? I mean, did you guys get over y'all been having it rough out there?
Well, we got about 6 more inches of snow yesterday, and the temperature was in the 20s. Then today, about 8:30 this morning, it rose up into the 50s, and the snow was all gone in 10 minutes, and it got up into the high 60s today, almost 70, 68, and I went out and rode about 20 miles. I was suffering from the withdrawals.
Yeah, Roger, on those withdrawals. Yeah, man. While you didn't have snow, I'm planting baby trees. Tell me more.
I tell you what, you can come out here and plant trees. Our ground has reached saturation about 2 weeks ago, and now all the water's running off in the rivers, and we're worrying about floods now instead of drought. It's crazy. You know, this is Kansas. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one decent